Hi, in this video I'd like to talk to you about getting into photography and what it takes to become a photographer. Firstly, sure, you've got to buy a camera. This is the most obvious thing that many people think of, but there's also something else really vital that's good to do as you have this desire to get into photography. So keep watching and I'll explain to you what that's about at the end of the video. To be a photographer, casually or professionally, you do need good equipment. You need to learn to use this equipment really well too. In this video, I want to share with you some ideas of a few other things that will help make getting into photography more enjoyable. Camera, lenses, tripods, filters, a flash or two, and a good bag to carry it all in are all pretty necessary. But don't be overwhelmed with buying equipment at the start. Start simple. Start with a basic camera and a basic lens and work your way up from there and build your equipment over time. This way you'll be able to buy equipment that you know that you'll really use a lot rather than just buying all the shiny stuff and all the new stuff. Don't be sucked into the notion that if you don't have the latest equipment, you won't be able to take really good photos. Yeah, even now I'm using an 8-year-old camera. Can't remember how old this lens on this camera is at the moment. It's probably 20 years old at least. Both are still fantastic pieces of equipment. And when you're first starting out, if you're not sure what type of camera you want to get, or if you're on a budget, think about buying second-hand camera equipment. And if you've got a really good store nearby that sells used gear, they'll even give you a decent warranty on it oftentimes. Another good option to figure out what type of gear you might like to buy is to rent. So if you've got somewhere close by where you live that you can rent camera equipment and lenses, this is a fabulous way to get used to using different types of lenses, maybe different types of cameras even, to really help get you into the feel of what different lenses, different cameras, and different pieces of equipment do. Learning to use your camera well is one of the key aspects that will help you continue to enjoy photography. If you buy a camera and then don't spend time getting used to it and learning how to use it well, you probably won't use it much and you'll possibly get really frustrated with it and wonder why that you've bought a camera in the first place. One thing that can really help is buying a really good photography course. This will give you a much better return on investment than spending money on a whole lot of fancy new equipment. Our 365 Days of Photography course is cheap compared to any camera upgrade that you can buy, and it will certainly improve your photography in more ways than you can imagine. There's a link in the description below so you can check it out on our website. Other things that you can do to really get into photography is to read a lot about photography, both online and in books. And look at photography books. Look at books of photography, like coffee table books that have the work of accomplished photographers. This is one way that I really got into photography, was by seeing these photos and being really inspired. Watching YouTube and tutorials and documentaries and things like that, it's all really good as well. And practicing. Pick up your camera frequently, use it often, and this way you'll be able to use it more and more easily every day. Making friends with other photographers is also a great idea, especially if they're people that have got a little bit more experience than you and know a little bit more already, because you'll be able to pick their brains. Going out with other photographers and taking photos together and comparing your work is a really good community thing to do. And if you're really serious about it, find someone to mentor you. If you can get someone that you can come under their wing, who can teach you and encourage you and critique your work for you, this will help you grow as a photographer more than just about anything. Another big aspect of getting into photography is being able to learn to edit your photos. Knowing how to process your photos well will really help you to achieve better images, because you can do so much with them when they come straight out of the camera, but you can do so much more when you learn to use editing software really well. Lightroom and Photoshop are fabulous programs that you can pay a small monthly subscription to use, and there's tons of courses available online to help you learn how to use them. And with Lightroom, using presets is also a great way to get started with editing your photos when you're not sure of the look that you might want. So we have some great free presets for Lightroom on our website, and there's some great packs available to buy as well. So check them out on photographycourse.net. And these will help you to see the diversity and the potential for what you can do once you've taken a good photograph, and then be able to edit it really, really well. And there's many options now for other editing software that you just purchase a one-time purchase if you prefer not to do a pay per month situation as with the Adobe products. But really the first thing that you need to do to get into photography is have an idea. Have an idea of what sort of photography that you want to do and why. And when you know this, you'll be able to choose a camera and other equipment that will support that idea and suit your needs. So if you want to get into bird photography, or if you want to buy a camera mainly just to photograph your kids or to do street photography, you're going to be looking at different types of equipment for those different genres of photography. So if you start with an idea and then build that into a desire, keep nurturing it, and it will become a passion, and that way then you'll know what's going to be the best equipment and the best study that you can do to help you achieve to reach that desire that you have, and to continue to build up that passion. Because once you've got that passion, it's a creative potential that is really unlimited, and the whole world contains things that you can point your camera at and really enjoy photographing. Learning a little more each day, that will also feed this passion, and you'll grow as a photographer. And this is exactly why I've developed the 365 Days of Photography course. Because if you do photography a little bit now and again, maybe just once a month on a Sunday afternoon or when you go on vacation, you're never really going to get into photography. But if you do a little bit every day, and if you learn a little bit every day, this is a certain way to improve as a photographer and to really enjoy it a whole lot more. Yes, you need a camera, but you must also have some idea of what you want to do with it. This will possibly change as you realize how enjoyable photography is, and it's a wonderful creative journey. So don't hesitate and start now. If you don't have an idea, if you don't have a camera, today's a great time to start getting into photography. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button so that we know that you did. And if you're new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can stay up to date when we release new videos.